Okay. Sweet. So it should be live.
Here we are.
Yep. Okay. Group question 1. Oh wait, now I'm looking at the other
If
thing.
you guys see me
Okay.
looking, I'm just using another screen.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm not actually being distracted.
Yeah.
How much revenue does Dropbox have?
I was just scrolling down on that one. Look at the exhibits. I didn't include that one in any of my maths.
So
I
did it for 2010 at the suggested video, and depending on everything, if most of them were paying, then they could have 15 million. But after all the other taxes and expenses, they were only coming out to be about $1 million. It was 900,000 for the year was their profit.
See, I didn't.
Okay, here you go. I just got it up.
I didn't get to watch the actual video. I saw the thumbnail, but I was at work, so I couldn't really watch it.
Yeah.
So I understood that it was between in 2009, 2010, it was 10 or 15 million in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And based on the case study at the end of 2010, they had 4 million subscribers, right?
Yeah.
So my calculation was after they paid for their storage fees, after they paid their employees and everything, they came out with a net profit of $572,000.
Yeah. So mine is just minus 900,000. So it's pretty close.
What did you have for your average revenue per user on that? Because that was the hard part for me. Because that's 2% of the 4 million subscribers being paying subscribers, and an average revenue per user at $2.50.
Where are you actually seeing it?
I did. So how I did it, let me see if I could even share my screen with you real fast.
You can do that?
Yeah.
She's probably on her computer. She has a webcam and crap.
So can you see what I'm looking at, kind of?
A very, very deep YouTube video.
So, okay. So what I did was, okay, so I have the revenue. To get that, I did the number of subscribers, which was the 4 million, the percent of them that paid, which was 3%, 2 to 3. And then the number of paying subscribers was just the 4 million, and of only 3% actually paid. You have the 120,000. And then I went back through the case study and I looked at how much they are paying if they're a paying subscriber. So it was $99 for the year. And that was the cheapest. So they could either pay $19.99 a month or $99 for the whole year. And if they paid $19.99 a month, it came out to $112 or something. So it's a little bit more. So I just went with the cheapest. If the bare minimum, each one of them is only paying the $99 a year, that's how much they got. If it cost Dropbox 11 cents a month, this is how many people are using it for free.
Okay.
At the end, and then I included how it kind of gave us hints, assume that this is how much they're paying for an employee, and they had 8 employees. So that's how I came up with that.
Okay, can I? Where'd you get all of your number here? I'm gonna share my screen as well. Share screen. Screen 1. Screen. Oh, hey, I'm gonna share my screen 2. Okay, cool. So I see these numbers. Are these the numbers that you pulled it from?
No, they're in the reading.
No, it was in the actual case study. Yeah.
This is the case study.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an exhibit. It was in the text they gave those numbers.
I remember.
So it said by the end they had 4 million. It cost them 11 cents if they weren't paying
I remember that
or something. Part. Yeah. And then I just found out some of the other stuff Yeah, it's just like calculations. They said by the end, like only 2 to 3% were paying, and it told you like how much they were paying for the year.
Okay, I'm gonna do that after this video, and yeah, do the things. Okay.
Wait, so how did you get 800,000? Because I got the average amount paid per year, and then I still ended up with 12 million in total profits. I think I missed something.
Yeah. Do you want me to show you what mine looks like again?
Sure.
Or, okay. I don't know if that's easier or not. Okay. So this was like all for revenue. So it came out with the almost 12 million in revenue. And then there were a bunch of costs. So there was like, if they were a free user, that's right here. That's how much it costs for all the users who are free for Dropbox. This is how much it costs, like total for all the paying users. And then there are some variable costs, which is just these two together. And then employees. You have to pay your employees.
Okay.
And there's 8 of them. So that's how that's how much it costs total. So profit-wise, I just did the revenue minus the total cost to get the profit. But it also didn't include how much they were paying Amazon. It never mentioned how much they're actually paying Amazon. So I don't know.
That was the 11 cents and the $3.18.
That I think that's how much it cost them to rent it, but it didn't say like I thought it was like different that they were like had an agreement on like still like giving them profit. I don't know. I could be wrong.
So what I understood from the 11 cents was for the 11 cents and the $3.18. That was the monthly storage cost per user.
Okay.
So that's the amount they were paying Amazon for buy storage space, basically.
Yeah, like they're renting it. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. So I guess from number 1, how much revenue does Dropbox have? They have like almost 12 million, but profit by the end of the year is a lot less.
Wow, my whole case study just disappeared.
That's unfortunate.
Shall we move on to number 2, or do you guys want to talk about number 1 more?
Well, I was just looking. Well, I was trying to look it up so I could actually like give the numbers I'm looking at. But like on the exhibit, it says the revenues right there. Is that not like the full revenues?
Are you talking about the charts at the bottom?
Yeah.
That is for a different company. That is Carbonite.
Yeah.
The other backup storage company.
I think it was just to be as like an example of like a different competitor.
Gotcha. Because here I am thinking, I even included the snipping tool of that, and I said that they are making an operating loss. See, look at these numbers.
Yeah. No, I think that was just so you could see that like other people in that market were spending a lot on paid. They said they were paying a lot for the pay per click, and they were losing a lot of money because of that.
Dang,
I didn't use those numbers though. I just used it to show how Dropbox was doing better than Carbonite because they're losing money because they spent too much on advertising. So I did use those numbers, but not for the calculations.
What is that noise?
Somebody's ringing. Yeah, that's my doorbell. I don't know who's ringing.
Like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna answer it.
I thought it was Kelly. It was like big on the screen for me right now, so I'm like, I thought that noise was coming from hers.
I don't know. I was like wondering. I was like, what is that? Okay. Should we go to number 2?
Yeah.
Okay. How profitable is Dropbox? So I guess we kind of talked about that. By the end of that year, they had like close to $1 million in profit. But I mean, so they're more profitable than some competitors.
Yeah.
I don't
feel like
know.
'cause we all did the calculation wrong. We're all like, yeah, whatever you say.
Yeah. I'm looking at the wrong numbers. I'm just gonna take your word for it now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good that they're actually making a profit, and it's like enough that they could obviously like do more things with it. It's enough to get them pretty far, I feel like, especially if you're continually having monthly income by users paying. But in the long run, like I think between the two decisions, like I put that I think they should try and create different levels of Dropbox, basically, where there's some for businesses more and some for other things that have like more advanced like capabilities. So I think they're pretty profitable. So if they can take on more people willing to pay for those features, they would become even more profitable, just since it said the market was growing from millions to billions. So like if they can find a way to like attract everyone, then they would have a lot more profit in the end.
I kind of feel like, I don't know, like I kind of feel like they should just continue to roll out the features and everything without segmenting, because basically that's what Carbonite did. They segmented their market and they had to pay for all the advertising and stuff. I'm not saying that Dropbox would.
Mm-hmm.
The other part is that Dropbox is trying to make it like super. I feel like their whole thing is simplicity, right? So no matter if you're a consumer or a business user, you can get on Dropbox and have your stuff with you no matter where you're at. That's the original idea, that it just syncs up. And because they keep rolling out like new features or whatever, they had like the vote box.
Mm-hmm.
So like new features were coming out, but I don't know. I feel like maybe if they just kept rolling it out that way, just by having more and more users, they would kind of reach their goals. Maybe not though. I don't know. It seemed like they tried to go into the business thing and they really kind of tanked at it. So.
Well, I like what they said about having organic growth, however they put it. You know, finding new users. They say, oh well, if you share it with a friend, you get 250 megabytes of space free. Plus, they will get 250 megabytes space free, and they don't even have to market their own stuff anymore.
Yeah. I thought the reason I just thought they should do more is like they have a big enough like base already, where it's like they already have tons of people using it, that to be like, oh, we should use this as a company now too. Like you could still have like the basic one as a personal thing, but if they stayed simple, like it was still simple for businesses to use, then that might be desirable too. Like, because then I feel like later they could somehow like connect them, or I don't know. But I thought it was like, if their whole goal is to stay simple and stuff and make it easy for everyone to use, they could still do that even if they were targeting one to like Dropbox business, you know, where it's like easy for businesses to use. I don't know. But I felt like they had enough people already who knew about it or talking about it that they wouldn't have to like market really hard like the other companies.
So basically you think they can just get the business, I guess, for relatively free, so they don't go the Carbonite route. And they feel that businesses are going to be like they're paying customers to support the free user base.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they really needed a partnership. I think the downside of Dropbox was they weren't as well known as like all the major competitors. Because the other competitors were able to partnership with bigger companies and advertise their product that way. So I figured if they actually did like partner with somebody, say Google or Yahoo, for example, people would want to use Dropbox more instead of just rely more on word of mouth. Because it takes a while for word of mouth to travel. So if they really wanted to increase like revenue and stuff, I thought they should just partnership with somebody.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
do you guys all use Dropbox?
Yeah.
I use it sometimes.
I have a Dropbox.
I've never even used it.
Really? I always use it because even like in high school and stuff, everyone wants you to send their photos, and like before they had like the airdrop and stuff, it was super easy to just like upload it and share it. So everyone, like, you could put your photos on here, and I'll put like the ones I have, and you can download the ones you want. Like, it was really easy to share with people. And like even now, like my mom and like my grandparents and stuff, they want pictures, but they can't seem to figure out how to just like use the airdrop thing. And so I'll just send them the link to where all the pictures are, and they can download them, and that's like easier for them.
Okay. So what's the difference between Dropbox and OneDrive?
I've never heard of OneDrive.
That's what I use. I think it's the same thing. I just use OneDrive, save it on OneDrive. I mean, I have another laptop. Sometimes I take this laptop. Sometimes I take that one to school, and all my files are on both laptops all the time.
I think OneDrive
is
is Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft Mail. It's like Google Drive. It's
Oh.
Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but how it explains it to me, it sounds like it's the same thing as Dropbox because it goes from this laptop straight to this one.
Right. It's pretty similar for like, yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the competitor group is like Google, Microsoft. Basically,
Okay.
if you look, Amazon is obviously not really competing in that space because they don't do email, but they do a lot of back-end web services and stuff. Like I use Amazon for photo booth stuff, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it was like when Dropbox started, Google didn't really have the like Google Drive yet. And so like in the case study, it talks about like what if Google came out with something that was like a competing product. But like I started using it before they had Google Drive. But like before that was a big thing. Cause like I got my phone and Dropbox is already downloaded on it. So it's like sweet, like that makes it easy. But now that I have Google Drive, that's just as easy.
Okay. Yeah. And it lets you share bigger things though too, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Larger files. I think that's what they said on here.
I like Dropbox because it really is a lot simpler. Like if you use Google Drive, you have to set all kinds of like permissions. I feel like.
Yeah.
And having issues. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh no, I already said that. I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, they said that on the case study too.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Should we do question 3?
Okay.
It says, is this a problem? Yes or no, why? And talk about both answers. And that's just like, is Dropbox profitable? Yes or no? Is that a problem? I guess we kind of talked about that.
Yeah, I think they are profitable. I think they're not super profitable. They're not like in the clover because really they need more paying subscribers to be big.
Super
But I mean, they went
profitable.
from like 1 million subscribers at the beginning of 2009 to like 4 million towards the end of 2010. So, I mean, it's way more than linear.
Mm-hmm. I think if they want to stay competitive, now that other bigger companies are coming out with things like Google or things like that, that they will need to increase the number of paying customers, just because I feel like now I have both, and like Google's just as easy. So if I was a free customer, I'd easily stop using one and like not ever go back to paying for it. So I think they need to like get more people paying for it and stay with Dropbox, like be loyal to them if they want to keep being profitable.
But you're talking about people leaving why? Why they would leave Dropbox?
Just because like Google, everyone knows like what Google is, and now like students, like you have to have Google just to even do this. So I might as well just use Google, if that makes
Do what?
sense. Like I feel like
I get what you're talking about. It's more convenient to use Google Drive because you're already using Gmail and all their other apps. So it wouldn't really make sense to use Dropbox, open it up, and start using it. It'd be
yeah.
like me using Hotmail and using OneDrive because they're both the same company.
Okay, and you're saying if they pay, they're more liable to
Like
keep
loyal.
using it. Like yeah, and they feel like they need to stay with it because they're paying for it.
Yeah, well, they're
So I think
invested
if they
too.
want to stay profitable, they need all those people who are willing to pay and really like it.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. Yeah.
Because like I always just used it because it was free. Like sure, it's free and it's easy to use, but I don't think I would pay for it because I could just use Google.
Okay. Like, how is profitable? Like, why would that be a problem? I can't see any scenario where being profitable is a problem.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
Well, the only reason, like, so I did a whole bunch of calculations, right?
Uh-huh.
That were totally and woefully inaccurate. I was thinking like, okay, like on average, like let's say you get, $2.50 per user. That's free and paid users. So that's just an average, right?
Hmm.
And it was crazy because like at like 2%, like if only 2% paid, and it was like it would shift like I projected like 10 years, right? Like with the users, so I projected costs and number of subscribers, number of employees. And it was like the difference between like $2.41 and $2.50 on average per user was like billions of dollars, like 10 years down the road. It was crazy. So they really need to maintain the balance between like free users and paying users. And they need to make sure that the amount of storage they're providing is on par with what they're paying for it. Because if they start paying too much, then it doesn't seem like a lot, but like 0.5% when you're talking about, let's say, 1 million people or 10 million or 100 million people is so much money.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I see is if it's so profitable, like they have a lot of idle money. If they have a lot of idle money, it leaves it open for people to embezzle.
We only have like 8 employees.
Yeah, they're not that big of a company.
Like where
I'm just sitting here. Why are these profits bad? Just trying to like.
their employee annual cost is 150 grand. Like, come on.
I'm pretty sure if there's any place, I'm pretty sure they're making that much money. If I were there, I'd be like, can I just have $100,000? Sure, here you go. So
I'm sure they're putting it into like doing new features or stuff. It sounds like these people like quit actual jobs to do this. So that is their like whatever's left over is what they get to pay themselves. I don't know.
yeah.
Okay. Last question is, should Dropbox develop a professional version to attract more valuable customers?
Yes.
We also kind of talked about that. You could go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah, I said yes, but they should change the name of it then. Like drop something else. Like so people don't think like it's like Dropbox Plus. They actually just change it to something that sounds a little more commercial.
Yeah, that makes sense. Where it's like they actually run both things, but it sounds like two different products.
Like they had VoteBox, right?
Dropbox for business.
Yeah, yeah, because they have like same company. They did the VoteBox, and so I'm thinking maybe they should do the instead of Dropbox, maybe they can do the fall box. Something that sounds like Drop more.
I think it actually, like I have Dropbox, so I'm pretty sure it's Dropbox for business. So let me check my email and see what they sent.
But they were so clever with the VoteBox. And I'm like, oh, they could have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. I don't know. My vote in the end, I still think that they should do it just because they'd get a lot more people. Like a business is a lot more willing to pay for those services than just an everyday user. And so if they want more money and they make that, I'm sure a lot more people are willing to pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yes, are we all agreed?
Yeah.
I will agree with you that they need business users big time, so they should probably segment their market, or at least I don't know what else they'd introduce though. Like it's a pretty simple thing. Like it's to sync your files with you wherever you go. Like what is a plus or a business plan or
What
whatever
would it
you
do?
want. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
what does it do that the regular one? Is it just more storage space?
I mean, yeah, I think I know like at ours we used a different product, but something that was helpful was you could access other people's like computers. You put it in like a shared file, if that makes sense. Whereas like everyone at work, if they needed something from someone else, like you could get that file because it was like only on the company computers. Like everything on company computers was kind of like open, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was like, didn't matter where they were, like, oh, I need that from finance, and they could just go look at it and get an idea instead of having to like talk to them and like set up a time to like, hey, could you go over what the finances are looking like for this month? Like, do you know how much I can spend on marketing? And it was like they could just go look. And then I also know like we used it where it's, you could schedule like meetings and stuff on it. So maybe if Dropbox like did some kind of like tied in scheduling or something with it.
Like
I don't know.
Microsoft, like at my job, they use Microsoft SharePoint, which is a royal pain with all the permissions because, like, seriously, you have to ask for permission to get on anything. But I mean, that's what we use, and it has all the files on a central location, and everyone gets it. It's not nearly as simple as Dropbox.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I also just remembered something. So I did my internship with NCSI, Network Consulting Services, and they're big into computer security and just and servers and things like that. And I'm thinking like everyone having access to the things that work has instantaneously. Like I was working on a lot of files that went to the work server, but even I had to lock them so that only I could like view them and change them and stuff. And me and like three others. But if like everyone has that stuff in a Dropbox, they don't have to have some permission to look at something. I can see things going really bad, like selling information to another company.
I wonder if there's like a way though that you could have like one shared folder where it's like things that you would typically have to share you have open and the other things wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know in my Dropbox, like if I want to share, I do that. I have like a folder, and then I just add people's. Like, for example, usually for taxes, me and my dad and my little brother get like one copy of TurboTax. We download it, I dump it in a folder on Dropbox, and I just add their emails to it, and then they can download it too, and that way we don't have to like.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do it for sure.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe we'll look up.
Yeah, I'm
Dropbox.
sure there's like, I can't remember. I know there was a thing that everyone on VoteBox had voted for something, and they said they weren't going to do it yet just because they felt like it was too complicated for other users. I wonder if I could pull that. I don't know where it was, but I read that they had suggestions that they didn't do because they thought it would be too complicated and not stick with like the original Dropbox.
Gotcha.
I don't know. But I'm sure business people would come up with ideas of things they would want.
Yes.
Oh. I just realized something else too. To include a timestamp of when we actually start our summary. Did we do that in the last one?
I think I did, yeah.
Okay, I didn't even see that before.
It's like you just give them a time because like I said, like in the last one we said like, okay, we're starting our summary now, and that's when I put the timestamp for that.
Got it. Okay, good job.
So
That is well.
do we need to do a summary?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we'll start it at this point is when
I think he's gonna watch it.
I think he has like,
What's that
if he
one?
were to, he would watch like the end, like discussion at the end. I don't know.
That's probably why he wants
So
to.
we could actually start the whole time, and then he'll just fast forward to the summary when we actually start talking about things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So What do we do to summarize?
I don't know. So
Um,
brief summary. We all agree that Dropbox is making money. They're profitable. How much revenue do they have? Somewhere between 10 and 15 million.
Yeah.
Is this a problem? No, because they're actually making income. It'd be a problem if they were losing money. I guess if there's like competitors, they're gonna have to find a way to keep
buy
up.
them out.
Yeah,
That's not a problem because if they have a lot of revenue, they can just buy them out.
that's true.
It's interesting
A lot of
though,
profit.
because they still have money. Like, because on my spreadsheet, they got a $15,000 from Y Combinator.
Yeah,
Then they got 1.2 million convertible debt in that same year, and then they did a Series A stock sale for $6 million. So they have, and that was all in the first 2 years. So theoretically, since in 2009, 2010, they're making money.
yeah,
They're like, they're up. They have millions of dollars in the bank, basically. So they should be okay for at least a little bit.
yeah, for sure. And then that last question we went over was just, should Dropbox develop a professional version? And we all voted yes.
Fine, I agree.
Yep. It's a good idea if they want to stay competitive and get more people who are willing to pay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of it.
Fantastic. That one was nice and short.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
I
too
feel like
bad.
the last one was super long. So
All right. See you guys again tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow it is.
Okay.
Are we still doing the
I'll
same
send
thing?
this link to you too, so you can add it if you want.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So the link when you sent it to my phone or through text, it didn't work, but when you emailed it to me, it did.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it didn't work on the phone. Because
Yeah,
on my phone when I tried it, it worked on mine still. So I don't know.
Did it work on any of your guys'?
It didn't work on my phone. I just gave him a empty link.
Okay.
Oh, what link?
I
I
can
just gave
email
him
it to you
the
guys, or you could still just like put the exact link in, and on his computer it should work.
sweet.
Wait, what?
Sounds good. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Bye.
You got it.